Hey there, I'm Pam Milliken. Thank you for joining me. Whoever is watching this, today I'm at my happy place and I come down here every single day. It's where I reset, refocus. I try to do a meditation to the rising sun in the morning to set my intention for the day. And then I do a meditation in the evening, time permitted of course, to consolidate everything that happened in my day. And today I was sitting down here just thinking about being grateful for everything that I have in my life. I am so fortunate. I have such an amazing life now. But it wasn't always that way. I grew up in a very rough area, in a very harsh estate. It's one of the roughest estates in England. It's called Fortress Estate. And there was a lot of high crime there, a lot of poverty. And we didn't get to eat for days. Sometimes we only ate jam and bread. And I hate jam and bread now for that reason. And beans on toast and things like that. Until my mother discovered those box trifles, birdside trifle, and then we had a few of those. They're just disgusting. I don't know if you ever tried those, but they're disgusting too. So my point of this, just getting on this video, is I've already made a video about my life, so I won't go through the whole thing again, except to say that it doesn't matter where you grow up or how it was. I was beaten very regularly by my father, who wasn't an alcoholic, so he didn't even have that excuse. He was just a very angry man, and my mother was very uneducated and slow, and she used to drive my father around the twist, and the whole household was just one of fighting and screaming and shouting, and just my mother getting beaten. She caught most of it until my father decided, we kids should have a share. And you have to look at it like these things, because just because I was getting beaten, it didn't mean it was I wasn't good enough, or it was my fault or something like that. And I was probably a naughty kid like all other naughty kids, but not really. I did answer back, and I was a smart ass, and that probably helped me a lot, actually. But at the end of the day, we're not our behaviours, for one thing, and we're not who other people tell us we are either. So I think my reason for sharing this time today is just to say that while I was sitting here thinking about my life as it is now, and like massive comparison to where it was, I created that. I chose not to believe the things that people said to me, the people that were doing the wrong thing by me. My mother's brother was interfering with my sister and I. It was a lot worse than that, but I hate saying those words, so we'll go with interfering. And my father, like I said, used to knock us around, and my mother was just hopeless, and she never fought back. And I hated her for that, because she was getting hurt anyway. So she was too scared of him, and quite often I'd run in and kick him or bite him or something like that, to my own detriment, of course. But you don't think about that. And this is not a sob story video. It's one of, I want you to think about your own life, and think about how you've been treated, and just think, well, just because other people treat you that way, that's their stuff. That they're projecting their unresolved shit onto you, and you don't want to let it be your life, because you get one life that you remember anyway. I mean, I believe in several lives, but we get one life that we remember, and living it the way that someone else tells you you should, or shows you should, by the way they're treating you, or talking to you, or not treating you, then you're living their life, their morals, their beliefs, and their values. So I don't want that to be you. I want you to have a much better life. I want you to have a life that's yours. And if you mess up, which everybody does, then just own it, take responsibility for it, grow through it, and change it for next time, so that you don't keep making the same mistakes. But we're supposed to make mistakes. You can't go through life being perfect. And anyone who tells you can, that life is perfect, is kidding themselves. Right? There is no such thing as being perfect. And I don't know. The biggest thing that I think I struggled with was not being good enough, not feeling enough, obviously because of where I came from. But I chose to work on that, and not just to believe that, but I chose to work on it, chose to understand why I felt that way, because I knew it wasn't really true, because I was a good kid and I was a good teenager, and I'm a really good adult. So I know I'm a good person, and I know I try my best, and I do my best by everybody. And I think you can just spend too much of your life just trying to people please everybody else, and think that you're gonna, if you don't rock the boat and you just keep yourself out the way and quiet and in the shadows, that everything's going to be okay. But you live a half life, if that, doing that. You don't really live a real life. You need to make mistakes. You need to get it wrong. You need to be able to grow from each mistake, take responsibility for when you screw up, and just go, what did I learn from that? Because that's how people evolve. All right. Otherwise, you die being the same person as you know, if you're 60, 70, 80, 90, you've had like what? The same day over and over and over again, and you've called it a life. That's not a life, guys. So whoever's listening to this, think about how you're living your life. Think about what's working, what's not working well, and change it. Change the stuff that you wish was better. That was bad English, wasn't it? You wish, well, maybe not. You wish was operating the same as the place that you are successful in. And if you're not successful in any areas, then just start making changes now. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you, as long as you're moving forward. And if you're failing, fail forward. Just keep, you know, I don't believe in failure anyway. I believe failure is just feedback for what you're not doing right and what you need to change. So win-win. So anyway, I decided when I was sitting down here at my beach today that I was going to write a letter to my younger self. And I started writing it down, and I thought, I'm just going to share it on video. So, and I would love everyone who watches this actually to write a letter to their younger self. It doesn't matter what age you choose. I'm choosing 10-year-old seems to come into my mind. And so I'm going to share with you what I would say to my 10-year-old self, my younger self, if I were able to go back in time. And I would say, Pamela, you are the most beautiful soul. You're very caring and you're very loving. And I don't know right now what's wrong with all those people that are treating you the way they are, but there is something wrong with those people. It's not, I want you to know it's not what's wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You were just born into an environment that was not stable. But I want you to know too that even though you've suffered so much, you've endured so much, and you're only 10 years old and you've lost so much already, I am super, super proud of you, and I have the most incredible respect for you, because you know, you're me now as an adult. And you have, as you become an adult, you never get revengeful. You never get mean, spiteful or nasty. You never lose your shit at other people just for no reason. In fact, you're quite the opposite. You're one of the most empathetic, loving, caring people that I know, and so many people have so much respect for you. They love you. You make each person that you're with feel like they're the only person that matters to you. And that's an incredible gift. And I want you to know, my beautiful younger self, that you should be proud of yourself, because everything you're enduring right now, everything you're going through, is helping you become the strong, beautiful, sensitive, caring, loving person you are right now. And we are, but me writing this or talking this with you now, however we want to say that, you're nearly 60 years old. You're 7 months off being 60, and you have spent your whole life understanding human behavior, sharing the love and kindness, helping others believe in themselves, get past their programming and their conditioning, and you're doing an amazing job on it. And so many people have written you such beautiful reviews and testimonies, and sometimes even those sound amazing when I read them myself right now. So I want you to know, stay strong as you are. You are so strong. You are so patient, and you are so kind, and you are so loving, that you've transcended everything that has happened to you already. And at 10 years old, I know you've lost so much and you've endured so much, as I said earlier. But all of that was for a reason, my beautiful younger self. I love you so much. I care about you because you have become such a beautiful young woman. And I wouldn't want you to change anything, because it's all been for a reason. And I love you. I really, really love you, and not in an egotistical way, just in a loving, respectful, deep and caring way. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that everybody you work with, you touch their heart. You help them see who they are, and you help them love themselves too. And that's an incredible gift. And that's what I would say to my younger self, because I have spent my whole life helping other people. I have never been revengeful. I've never hated the people that have hurt me. I've forgiven them, And I can say that honestly and truly, not because though their behaviour and what they did was okay. It wasn't, absolutely was not okay. But when we hold on to that anger and feel revengeful or any other negative emotions, it's like drinking poison and expect the other person to get sick. You know, I heard that when I was doing my training as a Core 100 coach of the Tony Robbins and Chloe Mandana's training, and I loved it. It made absolute sense, because really there's no point in holding on to all that anger and that stuff. It doesn't do you any good, and it doesn't change anything either. You can't be angry enough to change it. You can't be sad enough to make it all go away, and you can't hurt enough for it to change either. So there is no point. All you can do is go, how do I learn from this? How do I grow from this? And how do I put myself in a better position next time, so that if anything like that happens, I can come from a place of intelligence and love and kindness, and understand that hurt people hurt other people. Okay, so when someone is going at you, shouting at you, screaming at you, no matter what it is, try and count in your head. Take a nice deep breath, breathe in the word calm, breathe out, here we go again, or whatever it is that you're feeling, breathe it out, and understand that there is something wrong with that person. They're hurting somehow, and right now you're the person they're aiming at. It's not about you, so stop personalizing. Don't make it about you, because it's not about you. It's more about what's going on in their mind, and see if you can find a way to help them see that they're hurting, help them understand that what they're feeling was dumped on them by somebody else too. Okay, and I could talk on here all day, and the wind's just come up, but before I lose my camera and my hair up the beach, I'm going to say thank you for listening. I'd love to encourage everyone to write a letter or talk a letter to their younger self, and really love your younger self, because who you are right now is a result of what you went through as a child, and how you're dealing with it now can be changed if you're not dealing with it very well. And if you are dealing with it well, love yourself and thank yourself for being the strongest, beautiful soul that you are. Okay, I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.